Welcome to the Krishna Das Pilgrim Heart Hour. In this podcast, Krishna Das shares his warm-hearted and down-to-earth path to the divine. If you are interested in supporting Krishna Das's podcast, please go to BeHereNowNetwork.com/KD.
Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Namo Guru Deva Neem Karo Baba Namah. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai 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 Jai Ram. Om Namo Guru Dev Neem Karo Baba Namah. 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 Gurudev Nim Karo Baba Namah Om Namo Guru is there anywhere we can hear you chant the Vinaya Chalisa? No, because I've never, I read it in English. I don't chant it in Hindi. Although I can, I've done it many times. As of this point, there's no recording of that. And the reason I do that is because English is my native language. And the Vinaya Chalisa it's not necessarily a mantric practice like the Hanuman Chalisa. It's a hymn of praise and describing Maharaji and talking about Maharaji and connecting directly with Maharaji. And so I like, in other words, it's very conceptual. And so it's a slightly different thing. Although in India they sing it, but in India, Hindi is their native language. So here I just felt that, I just feel that it helps me to read it in English to myself. So there's no recording of that at this point, but maybe I'll do that at some point. Okay? Who is in the far right photo as seen on the screen next to and beneath Siddhi Ma? Well, directly below Siddhi Ma's picture is Siddhi Ma. This is Siddhi Ma when she was much younger. It's reflecting somehow. Hold on. Maybe I can. And that was taken in 87, I think. And next to her, on either side of her, okay, so here, this is Vindhyavasini Durga Devi. This is the murti of the goddess Durga in Kenchi that Maharaji had made and installed and created a Durga temple in the summer of 72. That's also the temple that he made me the priest, the pujari of for a while. And then next to Siddhi Ma here is Mrs. Tiwari, K.C. Tiwari's wife, and my Indian mother. She took such good care of me, and Mr. and Mrs. Tiwari, the whole family is my family. I'm the oldest brother, their oldest son. They took me in like that, and it saved my life. Yeah. She was one of the great, great beings, just beautiful, beautiful Ma, extraordinary. And she and K.C. Tiwari were together for many, many, many years. Julia Roberts has said that seeing a picture of Maharaji inspired her to convert. I don't like that word convert, but you mean to get involved with Indian stuff, with the Maharaji. Any thoughts, insights on the matter, or have you heard similar? I hear that all the time. Julia's not the only one. Many people see Maharaji's pictures and just go, who is that? And then they have to know more about him and they get into it. And don't think that we're doing it. He's doing it. He's calling us. He's pulling us. So I hear stories like that all the time. See his picture or have a dream of him or have some kind of experience. He's a very busy guy. Are chanting and doing kirtan considered the same? Yes and no. I mean, kirtan, I believe, is considered basically the names of God, but you can also chant different types of mantras. Like I said before, there's mantras for everything. There's mantras for robbing banks. There's mantras for finding buried treasure. There's mantras for controlling snakes. There's mantras for becoming president of the United States. All kinds of mantras. But kirtan, Namak Sankirtan, is the chanting of the names, which is only good for one thing, finding real love. It's not good for controlling other people. It's not good for getting rich. It's not good for anything except finding real love and connecting deeply to our own true nature. let's see, it said that desire is what keeps us incarnating into form. What about the desire for God and liberation? Does that keep us stuck too? From our point of view, we think we have the desire to find God and to liberate ourselves from suffering. That is a positive desire that creates no negativity. It does not limit us in any way. But that's only our point of view as incarnate egos, as beings that are attached to the physical body and the emotions and the thoughts. We identify with those things. So we think we're doing this. We think it's my desire. But actually, it's your soul which is pulling you into yourself. It's your soul that's pulling you. And we experience that as our desire to find real love or to be free of suffering or whatever. So it's a question of where you're sitting as to how you see it. We have a very limited view of things, a totally subjective view of the universe. We think we're doing everything. Good luck. It doesn't seem to really be that way. So, like I said, it's basically just how your point of view. And without the desire or the longing to be free, or you won't plant the seeds for destroying the suffering. If you didn't have hunger, you wouldn't plant the seeds to grow food. So that kind of hunger is not necessarily bad because these bodies have to eat, these bodies have to breathe, etc. And in these bodies, like the other question said, our karma created these bodies to satisfy to finish the business that we've been involved in previous incarnations. So they say. Personally, I don't know, but that's what they say. You would like to hear the story about Maharaji when someone saw him larger than life size? Yeah. This was Dada Mukherjee and his wife, Didi. Maharaji was at their house. Mr. Tiwari was there with them, and Tiwari and Maharaji were in his room. And at one point, they came out of the room and were standing in the hall, and Dada and Didi looked and they saw Maharaji. He had taken his dhoti and tied it around his waist and then it was hanging out like a tail in the back. And he was so tall, he couldn't get through the door. He was almost as tall as the ceiling. And the energy was extraordinary. And Dada and Didi experienced Maharaji as Hanuman at that point. The funny thing is they didn't think that Tiwari knew what was going on, but Tiwari always knew what was going on. He was very sneaky. He never showed himself, but he used to say, he keeps my head cool. So Tiwari was able to just act like normal when he was like standing next to this big monkey. So these things happen quite often. In fact, maybe that's not even the story. Also, the story about the Vinaya Chalisa is the same. This gentleman who heard of Maharaji in Vrindavan came to see him. Shankar Dayal Sharma was his name. He didn't know anything about Maharaji, but he heard about him, so he came to have darshan, and Maharaji threw him out right away. And he was very upset. He was shaken up by that. He was like very kind of freaked out. And he goes home and he walks in his house and he sees this huge monkey standing in the doorway. And he literally lost his mind. And for over a year, I think, he was in a mental hospital. And when he came out of the hospital, he had all these tiny little pieces of paper where he'd scribbled things. And it turned out it was each little scribble was like a verse of a hymn that he was composed by him or through him while he was in the hospital. And the weird thing is that it describes Maharaji perfectly when this guy didn't know anything about Maharaji. He didn't know anything. You wander just distributing alms. He describes Maharaji perfectly. And so then he wrote out the hymn or printed it out or something, and he comes back to the temple, and Maharaji's sitting there, and he offers it to Maharaji, and Maharaji crumples it up and throws it in the corner and goes in and leaves the guy standing there. Siddhi Ma saw that. So she went out to see what was on that paper, and it was the Vinaya Chalisa. Without that, we would not have that Vinaya Chalisa. Very strange are the workings of the Lord. Someone's asking me if I meditate. Please tell me about meditation. Should I do it or just chanting? Excuse me. Chanting is meditation. Anything we do to calm our asses down could be called meditation. Meditation doesn't have to be sitting cross-legged like that with your back aching and you flipped out because you can't control your mind. That's just, you don't have to, that's only one little way to do it. There's a million different types of meditation. Chanting, the repetition of the name, is a meditative practice. It's a particular type of meditative practice. It's not the same as watching your breath. It's not the same as focusing on your third eye. It's not the same as whatever, but it is meditation. However, so one time I said to Siddhi Ma, I said, Ma, should I meditate or should I chant? Same question. And she said, well, what do you like to do? So the idea that what I would like to do was also what I should do or could do was shocking to me because my mother never told me that. Don't do that. So, sorry, Mom. But anyhow, don't think about it so much. It's all the same. Anything that you do to bring your mind back from Nunu land and dreamland is a good thing. The guru in the jungle that helped you with your willpower, what was it? I'm having a lot of trouble finding that will within. The guru in the jungle was the old yogi that I knew who was 163 at that time. He died, I think, left the body a year or so ago in his 180s. What he showed me was that I was not using my will. I was not living fully. I wasn't going after the things that I myself wanted. I was just like, oh well, whatever. I wasn't feeding my soul and I wasn't feeding my heart. I wasn't doing what was necessary to get to find what I wanted in life. He showed me that. He showed me that I wasn't using my will. And he showed me that there's not worldly life and spiritual life. As far as I'm concerned, we have one life at a time. What we do with it is what we do with it. Oh, can you hear the rain? Big rain. So when you're hungry, you go to the refrigerator, you grab some vegan cheese and some gluten-free bread and some eggless mayonnaise, and you make yourself a sandwich and you put it in your mouth. That's using your will to satisfy a desire, the desire to eat, hunger. That's perfectly natural, right? But I wasn't using my will in a constructive way to free myself of the stories and the programs that were causing me suffering. I wasn't doing any practice. I wasn't doing any, I wasn't working on myself I was crippling myself. And when I saw that, it was really powerful for me because he showed me so clearly what he was seeing in me. So you just look at yourself and try to figure out why you can't do what you want to do. What's holding you back? You have to solve that problem. You have to deal with those issues. Maybe it's self-loathing, maybe it's self-doubt, maybe it's all kinds of things. Programs that are running that we're not aware of. So that's why the repetition of the name is such a good practice. Because the way Maharaji says, he said, repeat the name whether you feel good or you feel bad, whether you're tired, whether you're angry, whether you have any feeling of devotion or not. Do it. Because just doing it gradually will purify the thoughts, will purify the heart. And then one day the real call will come out of your heart, come from your heart, and you will be free when that real call comes. We're not really doing it. We're trying to do it, but we don't own ourselves, so we can't give ourselves totally to it. We're all over the place. We're distracted. So that's a little bit about will. I'm sorry, I don't know my Narsingh prayer. I'm going to sing Hanuman Chalisa. There are prayers to Narsingh Maharaj, Narsingh Avatar, but I don't know them. But they'll be doing them that day. There is a form of Hanuman called Panchamukhi Hanuman, 5-face Hanuman. I got him up here somewhere. Oh, can you see over here? I don't think you can see very clearly. Right here. Panchamukhi Hanuman, 5-face. He has 5 face. It's a tantric form of Hanuman. One face is the monkey, the main face. But then there's the face of the lion, Narsingh. There's the face of Garuda with the eagle, the power, the vehicle of Vishnu, who's a fierce demon killer. And then there's the boar, Avatar Varaha. And then there's the horse, the Ghora, another form of Vishnu. So 5 faces, Hanuman, very powerful. And there's mantras to him, very powerful mantras. But you got to do them, otherwise they're not powerful. Who is the man above Siddhi Ma? That's Harakhan Maharaj, the original Adi Harakhan Maharaj, who lived in the area, the same area that Maharaji later showed up in the Kumaon Hills, in the area around Nainital, Almora, Haldwani. He left the body in the 30s. And he was a very great Siddha, a very great yogi. Very great yogi. And he was, you've heard me talk about K.K. Shah. He was K.K. Shah's father's guru. And when Maharaji came to K.K.'s house the very first time and met K.K.'s father, he said to him, "Take me to the room where Harakhan Baba used to hide." Now, there was a room in K.K.'s house that was kept empty because Harakhan Baba used to go in there for months at a time and nobody would know where he was, and he would be, who knows what he'd be doing. And they would feed him and take care of him, but nobody knew he was there. And nobody even knew there was a room. But Maharaji knew. And when they got into the room, Maharaji looked at K.K.'s father and he said, "You still doing the mantra he gave you?" Nobody knew that Harakhan Baba had given K.K.'s father a mantra. So and Maharaji has Harakhan Baba's picture in the temple in Kenchi. And there's many people believe that Neem Karoli Baba was the next body for Harakhan Baba. So, well, time's up. Do I chant on beads? Yes, sometimes. Most of the time. Sometimes. Every day a little bit. Somebody wants to know if I ever thought of releasing a karaoke album. What would that mean? I mean, with music and background vocals, but no lead. You would like to purchase it for training. Let me think about that. That might be fun to do. So there would be no lead vocals. So why would I? I wouldn't be on it? Is that what you're saying? Thanks. Would one ever get completely free of falling into the movie of me? I noticed I've been catching myself sooner than I used to. That's part of the movie. That's a storyline, isn't it? I don't go all the way through the whole trip, but I just wonder if I'll ever be free of that. Nah. Don't worry about it. Just keep coming back whenever you notice that you're gone. Come back. Keep the mantra going all day long inside if you can. Okay, that's it for now. Where did the time go today? What happened? Very strange. Shri Hanumate Namah Shri Guru Charan Saroja Raja Nijamanu Mukuru Sudhari Varano Raghubhara Bimal Jasu Chodaya Kupalachari Buddhihina Tanu Janike Sumiram Pavan Kumasyana Balamudi Vidya Dehu Mohi Haru Kales Bika Siyavara Ramachandra Pada Jai Sharana Jaya Hanuman Gyana Guna Saga Jaya Kapi Sati Unloka Puja Ramadutta Tulita Baladana Jani Putra Pavan Sutanam Mahavira Bikram Bhajarangi Umati Nivar Sumati Kesang Kanchana Varana Viraja Subesa Kanana Kundala Kunchita Kesa Atbaru Dvaja Viraja Kande Munja Jane Usaj Shankara Suvan Kesari Nanda Teja Pratapa Mahajagabanda Vidyavan Guniyati Chatur Ramakaja Karibe Koatu Prabhucharitra Sunibe Korasya Ramalakana Sita Manabasi Sukshmarupa Darsya Indaka Katarupa Daralanga Chara Imarupa Dari Asura Sahari Ramchandra Ke Kaj Samvar Aisa Jivana Lakana Jiyaya Ira Govira Hara Shiralai Ragupati Kini Bohot Barai Tumama Priya Bharatai Samabhai Sarasabadana Tumaro Jasagal Asakai Shripati Kantalaga Anakadika Brahmadi Munis Narada Sharada Saita Ahis मखुवेर दिगपाल जहाँ ते, कभी को बिद खाए सके कहाँ से। उपकार सुग्रीवांगीन, राम मिलाया राज्य पद दीन। मरो मंत्र विभीषण मान, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जान। सहस्र जो जन पर बान, लील्योताई मधुर पल जान। प्रभु मुद्रिका मिले मुख माहि, चला दिलांगे गाये अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे ते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, आज्ञा बिन पैजार। सब सुख लाहे तुम्हारी शरण, तुम्हारा चक काऊ को धरन। आपन तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाचन कट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीर। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब फर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साज। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोए अमित जीवन पल पावे। चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियार। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलार। अष्ट सिद्धिनो निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पास, सदा रहो रघुपति के दास। तुमरे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। काल रघुबर पुर जाय, जहाँ जन्म हर वक्त कहाय। और देवता चित्तन धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करे। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरै हनुमत बलबीर। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाय। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, चित ही बंदी महासुख होय। जो अवर हनुमान चालीसा, होया सिद्धि साखी गणेश। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजे नाथ हृदय मंदिर। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप सिया राम। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुरभूप। सियावर रामचंद्र पद जय शरणम। मंगल मूर्ति मारुतनंदन, सकल मंगल मूलनिकन। मंगल मूर्ति मारुतनंदन, सकल मंगल मूलनिकंदन। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram, Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman, Sankat Mochan Kripanidhan. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman, Sankat Mochan Kripanidhan. Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Jai Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. If we know anything about path at all, it's only because of the great beings that have gone before us. Out of their love, out of their kindness, they left some footprints for us to follow. So, in the same way that they wish for us, in the same way that they wish for us, we wish that all beings everywhere, all of us, be safe, be happy, that all of us have good health and enough to eat. And may we all live in peace and at ease of heart with whatever comes to us in life. Chanting, chanting, chanting. Namaste. Take good care. Be well. Come to some of these events, that are supporting Ukraine. And of course, there's so many places in the world where there's so much suffering, but there's war. People are being murdered and killed, and their houses have been blown up. It's just inconceivable that human beings would do that to each other. So, Ram Ram, be well. See you next week. Namaste.